Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. I am going to do a swipe with the difference. So I'm going to do my ghost swipe. I've got a much bigger canvas tonight. I'm testing out this canvas. It's okay. I think it could have been a little bit better made. I've never used this brand before, so we'll see how it goes once I start painting on it. So we'll see the difference as I start putting the paint on, but you will see it straight away. So I'll leave that as a little bit of a suspense. But what I'm doing is blues. So I have cerulean blue in the Holcroft Professional series. So the first one is cerulean blue. Then I have phthalo blue, which is the second one. Then I've got sky blue, which is the third. Then I've got carbon black, which is the next one. And then silver, which is the last. So they are all mixed. 1 part paint, 3 parts Australian floetrol. Australian floetrol. So that is the paint. So really there's 3 grams of paint and 9 grams of floetrol. So there's a tiny amount of paint in there. And then I have my white base, which is eraldo di paulo, which is this one, eraldo di paulo white. And that is mixed 1 part paint to 4 parts floetrol. So a little bit thinner, so it spreads out. And then I can put the colours on. This size canvas, I think I threw away. Yes, I did. I don't have the size on me right now, but I'll try and get the size and put it in the description of the video. So what I'm going to do off camera, and it's a thick-sided canvas too. So we'll see how it goes. So I made up 2 cups of the white, which is 30 grams paint and 120 grams floetrol. That should be enough. So each cup has that measurements. I should have enough to be able to cover the canvas. Because I haven't done this size, it's hard to always work it out. So I usually make a little bit extra, and if I've got some left over, I just put a little bit of plastic bag over the lid with elastic band so it stays fresh for a few more days so I can use it in another pour. Alright, I'm going to move these out the way, cover the canvas in the white, and then come back and start doing the colours. I will move my paints out the way so I don't get a mess. And I've got my swipe cards. I am going to do the ones cut in half today. So this is my big these are my square ones that I just cut in half, but you can use all different sizes. You've got these ones as well, different brands, so I just use different sizes depending on what I want to make for the day. So I will go off camera, I will get this done, and I will be back very soon. Okay, I am back. Am I still in screen? Yes, I am. Well, the canvas is, not me. Alrighty. That was a little bit more challenging, having the deep edges. So what I do is I put the paint on, scrape it around with my palette knife, and which I better clean while I can, and then I tilt it. So sometimes when I tilt it, I actually have to add a little bit more paint because quite a lot drips off, but you want it quite smooth and even consistency. You don't want it to be too sunken down in the middle. As you do it, you kind of learn it. I'm going to have to do a video just on getting the canvas prepared, just so people that want to see it can. Okay, get a couple of extra paper towels aside. Alrighty, now I've got my paper towel swipe area, I've got my swipe cards, and I've got my paints. So I am going to go I'm going to go medium blue, dark blue, then light blue. Actually, I'm going to put the black in there somewhere too, aren't I? I'll figure that bit out. So this is where the difference is going to be. While trying to catch this bug, he landed in my canvas. So this time of year we get lots of little gnats, sand gnats and things flying around. It's getting warmer and warmer each day here in Western Australia. It's not even summer yet, but we've had a couple of 39-degree days, which is over 100 in Fahrenheit, and that's very common. Summer will come along and it can be very, very hot. So we get lots of bugs. So what I'm going to try to do is do an arch. I'm not exactly sure how. I got to try to do this evenly. So I'm just going to do my wiggle line like I always do. Come up. And come down. Wasn't as perfect as I was planning to do it, but you kind of get the idea. So now I'm going to go phthalo blue, I think. So again, like normal, pour off the canvas and then onto the canvas. Try and do my little, wiggly lines like I normally do. It's a good thing about adding extra colours. So it doesn't matter if you go a little bit light in some spots or a bit heavier. Now I'm going to go the black. I like to have one of the lighter colours on top, especially an opaque, because that will give me better lacing. So why is it doing that? I think it's because I'm wiggling the cup on a funnier angle than normal. That it stopped a little bit and started again, but oh well. As I've learned, roll with it. Again, off the canvas, on. Keep going till you're back off the canvas. So there's a reasonable amount of paint here. Then we have the silver. Always give the silver a good stir. So when you mix the silver with floetrol, it goes a little bit dull, but it brightens back up again once it dries. And I usually always do the silver a little bit heavier than the other colours. Okay. So that's kind of an archway. I was hoping it was a bit more symmetrical. A little bit of a creature of habit, as they may say. Alrighty. So, now the fun part. Get our swipe cards. And I'm going to kind of swipe these, not straight so they all meet to the middle, but kind of swipe them on this angle, and then those ones on that angle. So that is the plan. So still like normal, take half and do your swipe. Ooh, pretty colours. So you're just doing it like you normally would. skipped a little bit, but they will dry okay. Don't like it when it skips like that. So I'm going to go over that little bit where it skipped. But I'm still going to try and do what I normally do. Have some that go long and some that go short. Oh, that was horrible. That's because I went fast. I'm going to re-swipe that, which I don't usually do. And I'm going to go slower. It could also be this canvas. I'm a bit unsure whether the canvas is sinking a bit. It's not. It didn't feel as, is the word taut as the correct word? I'm not the best with words. It wasn't so firm. Like, it felt like it had a lot more give in it. But this is a practice run for both this style of swiping and also this canvas. So if I'm not keen on the canvas in the end of it, I'll do the same thing on a canvas I usually use or an MDF board, because I know how to use those products. And sometimes also when I rush, I make more mistakes. So I gotta occasionally remember to slow down. Alright, that card's getting a bit bent. See how it bends? When it bends, don't use it. It becomes a very difficult, it causes more problems than what it's worth. So I'm getting a fresh paper towel, a fresh card, and we're going to go again. Yeah, much more better control with a fresher card. I'm not sure how this is going to look in the end. This is something I thought about and thought, you know, that sounds like an interesting style to try. I like testing out new ideas and fun little ways of doing things. Feels like I've got a lot more light blue over here and more darker over here. I'm just going to go a little bit like that, just to give it a little bit of colour. Now, I'm going to spin it around. I think it will look better once it's got both sides. Sometimes they look funny when it's only one-sided, and it's not until you get both sides done that the picture starts coming into a better view. Is that right? I hope I'm still in camera. I might jump up and have a look to make sure I'm still in camera. So let's come around and just double check, because I don't want to cut you guys off the screen. No, you can still see it. Excellent. I think I could probably do with a little bit more practice on this style, but it still looks quite cool. This is the fun part. Testing out new ideas, new styles, having fun. Sometimes after a stressful day at work, fun is exactly what I need. So, we're going to try and do the same as before. Make sure we get from where we left off. It's not going to be much of a swipe, but there we go. This card's a little bit bent, so I'm going to turn it around now. I think I've touched the canvas a couple of times with my knuckle. Now, I'm having trouble getting the right angle, I think. That was better. I need to get an art table where I can walk around the whole table 360 degrees, not just my 180, because I find a little bit restricted sometimes with where to position my body to get the right swipe. Yeah, this card's curved. I don't like it. If you feel your card's not working the way that you want it to, get rid of it. Okay. Alright, need a new paper towel. This one's too soggy. And thanks everyone for your comments and liking my videos and sharing them. It really does help, and I hope everyone enjoys watching them. I really enjoy making my videos. The card's getting a little bit bent, so we're going to turn it around. The black's giving me really nice lacing. See, the black's an opaque. I find I do get better lacing with opaque colours than I do with the transparents. And this side of the canvas actually feels easier to work with than that side. I probably should have tested this out on an MDF board, surface I'm a bit more familiar with. Okay. That is about it. That's all I can really do. If you wanted to, you could go in with the thinner card, like cut this down again so it's really thin and kind of do a couple of different little peaks. But I don't really feel like I want to do that. I am quite happy with the way that it is. The only one thing I probably would have changed is that one there goes a little bit too much that way. I would have best to have made it a little bit more this way, but that's just me being pedantic, really. I can be a little, like a lot of us can. We kind of criticize what we see in our own work when really this probably looks quite cool. It's just you see your own little things that you're going, did I do that? I am wondering, okay, I have just cut my card to a thin one. See there where there's a couple of little skips? I do want to just kind of go over that section a little bit. It's my problem with pulling away from me. Instead of pulling towards me, like when I turned the canvas around, I did it the other way. I went a little bit off on the very corner there. But I kind of feel like I blended that little skip in a little bit more. But I'm not going to fiddle. If I do too much messing around, I make mistakes. So I'm leaving it the way that it is. So you guys have probably got the angle I would have it. If I was to put this up on my wall, I would have it so that is the bottom and that is the top. So for the moment, you guys are seeing it the right way around. When I get the, go away little midgie. When I get the camera down to do a close-up, I'm actually going to turn it around first. So we see it the way that I think it should be. I feel that certain things should be hanged a certain way, but it's really whatever you prefer. But this is interesting. I do think that I've got a lot more of the sky blue over this end, and probably a little bit more of the black over here. But until it dries, it's hard to tell, because the silver will alter this a bit more. When the silver does look a little bit more even, so I don't think it's going to look one-sided or the other. I think it's going to look quite cool. So before I get the camera out, just get a paper, because every time I pick the canvas up I get paint from my fingers that's underneath the bottom. So I'm just going to turn it around. Oh. There we go. Again, I think you're in camera view. Don't bring your fingers around over the top of the canvas. Always go around the edges. A couple of mistakes I learnt earlier on, that I used to do that a little bit. You just don't think about it. You pick it up and you drag it towards you, pull your hands towards you, and the next minute you do a drop or two here and there. While I've got a little small card, I may just do one little one through here. Don't know if I'm making things better. This is why I say don't fiddle. Because you never know if you're making it better or worse or what. I felt like bringing that little bit of that black through there actually did help. I don't know if doing that helped. Oh well. Everything's getting out of my hands. No more touching it. Alrighty. And see how I've got still paint left over in my little cups. So I buy these cups that I've got, and I buy the lids. So I just put the lids on and I can use them for another piece. Probably not enough to do a big one, but enough to do a small one. So let's get the camera and have a close-up. Alright, so there we go. Different. I think I'm going to practice this angle a little bit better, because it's similar to what I had in my head, but not perfectly what I had pictured in my brain. So I'll try it again. If it doesn't work, then I learn for next time to try something different again. But I do have a couple of other ideas planned. So with the swipes. So we've got to see how they go. It's just a matter of finding time. Quite busy with work, getting closer to Christmas and home life. So sometimes I run out of time to actually sit down and think about what to do as a pour. But let's come down. Focusing, yep. So as you can see, it's got really nice lacing. The peaks go off either way. In there, it's beautiful. Really interesting. 3 different blues, a black and a silver. So that will look quite good once it's dry. Come down this way. More points. So it's weird trying to hold a camera up high so I can still see the screen, but it's a bigger canvas. I've got to hold it higher to get the whole thing in. So let me know what you think, whether you think this is interesting or not so good, or you prefer the normal ghost swipes that I do. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. So like, comment, and share my videos, and subscribe if you have not already. So enjoy your night, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow for another pour. Okay, bye.